my sister's take is she believes that you should never date your longtime pursuers, period. But we did want to hear your take on it. I've been very curious about this. Would you or would you not date your longtime pursuer, and why?
First of all, where your sister at? Because, I mean, in that sense where, again, sounds like she values her sister's opinion, but everybody's experience is going to be different. Like, especially, like, I like to be chased in that sense. And I like to know a person really likes me for me. It's not about all the glitz and the glamour and the fame. So if there's somebody who's putting in that work for a long time, I see value in that.
So for you, it's like they want to get to know and love the real me. If they're not.
And I would imagine, I mean, obviously I'm not a woman, but in that same mindset that if you're a woman that a lot of men, are after, then that would be how you would determine who you're gonna take seriously is based off of like, oh, this person I've known this person for quite some time. They have been consistent, and I think there's a difference between like consistent and persistent in that sense where you don't want nobody being creepy or weird, but you want somebody that's like, wow, this person has always been a good friend, somebody I can really take seriously. And in taking my time, if I'm someone like Evelyn, like those are usually the people I would move probably more towards somebody that has been a long-time pursuer opposed to somebody that I just met and I don't know nothing about.
That's a good point. You know, I think for her, and what's different for a woman, or maybe just for this woman in particular, if she was on my couch, I would want to know, why haven't you dated him in the first place, right? So it's like...
That's what I was thinking.
So if it is number one, there's always been this gut sense that this is not my guy, well then honor that. But if that long-term pursuer, you've kept him at bay because you have some issues. There's stuff that, you don't want people to get close to you, or, there's something about, there's some messy ex or something, then maybe you should give that pursuer a chance. I will also say that men are more likely, in my experience, to actually know what they want when they see it. Men's brains do tend to be more visual. Love at first sight. I was talking to an audience member today. He's like, 6 days in, we're getting married, and they've been happily married. And a lot of men, they know. So if you have this man who just is really into you, maybe you do want to give him a chance.
As long as he ain't no creepy Freddie Jason type motherfucker, then...
I say no.
Really?
I say no.
Why?
Because a woman's intuition is strong, and where we fail is when we don't listen to it. And obviously, there's a red flag there. Otherwise, she would have dated him. And she needs to listen to her intuition. And I'm coming from experience where I have had longtime pursuers, and when I finally give them a chance, it always goes wrong. It never, it's like I should have listened to my intuition.
Really?
And it's worse because they end up doing you dirty, and now your ego's involved. Because you're like, I never even wanted
I ain't like you in the first place.
Yeah.
But see, to me, that's, I don't know. Again, that takes that hopeless romantic dream fairy tale thing out of it because, again, if we're talking about the stuff the romance novels are made of, it's that person that was always there, that always loved you, give them a chance, and it's happily ever after.
It does
But it sounds like that never happens. It sounds like when you give that long-time pursuer a chance, he you over too.
Yes. Tenfold. Tenfold.
Because I was not trying to give Steve Urkel none.
Yeah. Those kind of men fall in love with the idea of you. They don't actually love you. Once they get you, it's just like they conquered you, and that's it, we're done. And they're moving on because it's like now their ego is stroked, they finally achieved you, and they're moving on. And now your ego is broke because you're like, I never even wanted you. How dare you? So, yeah.
All right.
Don't do it.
I guess we can't be romantic no more, fellas. Let's see who else we can help out.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's the Kid Clutch, a.k.a. your girl favorite rapper, a.k.a. your wife favorite ex. And now I got a question for Nick, you know what I'm saying? Player to player, pimp to pimp. I just pulled me a cute little chick a couple weeks ago, right? Everything moving along cool. It's summertime, so she invite me to a family reunion. Well, I pull up to this motherfucker, and all of her sisters is finer than her, and all of her cousins is finer than her. So, what's a good way for me to let this down easy without coming off too scandalous? You know what I'm saying? Because her cousin just slid me to Instagram on the under, and I don't want to come off too scandalous, Cause I want to like leave the door open just in case I don't really like her cousins like that and I can slide back in. Man. So what's a good way for me to let her down easy? You know what I'm saying? Let me know something. Let me know.
All right, so maybe men are more toxic than women.
Hello.
Them the type of you was talking about, right?
Yes.
I get it.
This is
All
hard.
right, so, I mean, he's funny. Let's start
He's
there.
funny.
Delusional.
But no, those are real scenarios because he didn't say that was his girl. He said he met somebody and was invited and like, oh, wow, she cool. Sound like she might have been like a 6, you know, and her cousins was 7, 8, 9, and 10s. So I understand where he's coming from. Obviously, he can't just be like off bat at the family reunion. But if he felt that just really what that did, that showed him he's not really attracted to her.
Right.
Because even no matter what number on his scale she was, if he was really feeling her up top, no matter how fine people are, we in a room full of fine people. If you locked in with who you locked in with, it don't matter what else is going on. So clearly he's not that into her, and who knows? Maybe one of them cousins will give him some ass. I don't like it. And it's also, that seems like what he's searching for. He looks like he's just looking for a good time, somebody who bad. Like, clearly this chick was just, you know.
I mean, if he hasn't had sex with this woman and then he's going to the family reunion, I think that's one thing. But I think, you know, family's forever most of the time, hopefully. And, you know, you better be really sure that this other woman is like the love of your life or there's something that you just can't miss. Because, man, I don't know, his vibe, I think he could find some beautiful women elsewhere.
He started it off player to player, pimp to pimp.
Exactly.
He's not looking for love.
Exactly.
He's not looking for love.